You on Tinder?
Yes.
Cheeseman don't hit out here?
I should do it.
I was about to say that shit. I know.
I don't even know what
bet.
that is.
That's
I must have been out
and
the game.
For Rob, Black hit, but Cheeseman don't hit.
They do halves on there?
Huh?
They do half Hispanic on there? They do half
No,
Hispanic?
you know what I mean, man.
Listen, you just if you like Hispanic,
I be in all of them.
just get on there.
It's funny. Some
you can just throw your
some
Dominican
girl I
flag
know.
in your bio,
She told my
bing,
man
bang,
because they
boom.
best friends or whatever
No.
that she seen me, and I'm like, and she was like saying something. I was like, the fuck she on there too? The fuck she saw me? She on there too? Niggas ask me why I'm there. I'm there for the same reason I'm trying to get pussy. Like, what's going on?
Trying to see some action. Fuck. Shit,
Nigga,
man.
black tender cheese with all that shit.
Maximize your options, bro.
That's what I'm saying. If you not giving it up, why are you there? Like, you really about to get a date off that? Like,
Nah, yeah. I remember when I was on Tinder at a point, like, the bio used to have me weak, bro, because they used to be like,
yeah.
oh, not on here for hookups. I'm like, the fuck
What
are you on here for?
Like,
Nah, they are. They just don't want
that's what I'm saying. They want to feel good about themselves. Like, oh, I'm not gonna be like. I want it to be known. I'm not here for hookups.
Take them somewhere nice so you can fuck.
The best thing that ever happened to me was getting a kill from one of those who was like, I'm not doing any hookups. I was like, thank God.
Nigga felt good.
I was like,
accomplished.
I defeated
son.
the bio.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright.
Meanwhile, I'm not even the aggressor. But y'all ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll, man.
Friday podcast, man.
Yeah, it's a Friday podcast. Go anywhere, but all right, y'all. Welcome back. This is another episode of Not. Oh shit!
My God,
He misses it.
I do because it's funny. We were afraid it was just talk about it, but
He misses
not
it.
that show. But this is another episode of the Lunchroom podcast. I'm your boy Dapper Dan. Across from me, got my guy Fritz. Got my guy Ray next to him, aka the movie guy. Shout out to you if you checking in for the first time. Shout out to you if this is, just you catching up. But it's a Friday podcast, as I said before. This could go anywhere.
It gets real strange on Fridays.
We always get real strange on the weekend. But I want to start it off in music. I think we haven't talked about music in depth in a long time due to what's been going on outside of the studio. But it's dated, but we'll talk about it anyway. T.I. has been on a tangent of just trying to prove he needs respect. Now, my thing is, if you have to prove it, there goes, the reason why you have to prove it. You know what I'm saying? But what do you say? What's your take on T.I.'s spot? I guess his ranking amongst the greats or the GOATs of our hip hop culture.
Me personally, I always had like OD appreciation for T.I. and his work. Since
Absolutely, I love T.I.
When he was growing up from like fucking 4th grade to 9th grade, he had the game, bro. Like from Rubber Band Man, bro. From Rubber Band Man is when he got in the game, right?
4th grade to 9th grade.
Now I'm saying like when
I wouldn't say he had the game, but he had a
impact.
heavy
but
presence.
I feel like he had the game for 2 years.
Yeah, okay, but
he had a heavy presence.
Yeah, he had a heavy presence.
I
right?
use that word.
And in between those years, there was like at least 2 years where he had the game,
for sure,
right?
Because he had 2 back-to-back.
That 2 years, King and Paper Trails.
Yeah, Paper Trail was crazy, King. Yeah. And then, he went to jail and all that, whatever the case.
Mm-hmm.
But he had mad influence in the South. Like, that's when the South was OD hot in hip-hop. But we had the dance music.
Right.
But T.I. was, that real rap shit. Like, T.I. and Ludacris are the 2 Southern rappers that I really, like, pay homage to OD.
Right.
OD. So,
for sure.
I personally would put him in, like, top 5 Atlanta rappers.
But like, where do you feel he falls? Because you see what he's been asking for. He's trying to see
all time.
He's trying to go against Jay-Z and 50 Cent.
Yeah,
I would put him personally in the top 10. Just because
top
of like
10?
top 10
all time. You're top 10.
Top 10. Just like in terms of the shit that he did for the culture, like his body of work. I feel like I'll put him in top 10. Personally.
He'd make my top 20 for sure.
20?
But I'd have to look at I'd have to really make the list to see where he'd really fall. But
where did I put him?
I feel like you had T.I. in the 30s.
I was gonna say
names,
no. I was gonna say I'll give him top 25, but I'll put him between 20 and 25. Cause again, T.I. I'm not gonna take away from what he has done. But he had a good run that 2-year run. King, I preferred over Paper Trails. Paper Trails was like.
It was
cool.
commercial.
Yeah, it was mad commercial. It was cool. But I feel like T.I. aged, like, his music hasn't aged that well to me, though, like, in the long run. And then, don't get me wrong, like, he has hits, like, a lot of hits, but I don't think he has enough to be asking for Jay-Z and 50 Cent.
Right.
Feel me? Like, even when he's featured, too, don't get me wrong, he's featured on a lot of songs, but I don't remember him having, like, a standout feature either. Like, he usually gets... Somebody has a better verse. If there's mad people on the song, T.I. doesn't have the best verse on his own song. That's a fact. He don't even have the best verse on Swagger Like Us.
For sure.
Who had the best verse on Swagger? Like
it was either Wayne or Kanye. I'm not going front.
Yeah, Kanye.
Kanye woke.
I might give it to Kanye.
Kanye walked on that one. I'm not going front.
Yeah.
Kanye definitely walked on that.
That's a good point, though.
But like, I'll give him, like I said, like I made a list. And I actually thought about it because it took me a couple of hours. So for me, it probably is gonna change, obviously, but. From 20 to 25, I'll give T.I. that. Because based on, like you said, lyricism, what he's done to the game, impact, all of that, he's definitely top 3, I think, like, down south rappers.
Yeah.
Like, I
think
for
sure. Yeah,
it's
he's
Gucci, Jeezy, T.I. Like,
yeah.
And I put T.I. above Jeezy.
You got Andre, but he never, for me...
Andre don't have his own body.
Yeah, so
he don't have his own body of work, so I can't put him up there. That's just me personally. He don't have his own body of work.
So I'll be like, yeah, those 3, I'll give those 3, like, those are the crown of down south rappers.
Atlanta specifically.
I still don't think he was T.I. is on the par to ask for Jay-Z and Snoop and 50.
But
even DMX, like, for me.
Here's my thing though. With 50, I love 50 and I love his catalog and obviously what he's done and what he did back in the day, you know what I'm saying, how much it was a movement for him, his work was. But my thing with 50 is like, you know, once you pass Get Rich or Die Trying, like, granted, that a whole album is full of like non-stop great music, and then you have another album where like you could get a lot of good music from it. But I just don't feel like, besides Get Rich or Die Trying, what else really aged well? So that's why I don't. I mean, yeah, but the entire
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
The entire album.
What are you talking about right now?
The Massacre, bro.
It's a classic album.
Yes.
What the fuck?
No. I'm not jacking. I'm not jacking that. Massacre as a classic album.
Yeah, the Massacre has like 4 or 5 super hits.
All right, but I'm not
super hits.
I'm not talking.
Candy Shop, just a little bit.
All right, but the hits. All right, hits are hits. Hits are hits. Hits are hits. Yeah. All right.
Disco Inferno.
All right. I mean, me personally, besides the
God
hits, I don't really. Besides the hits, I don't really check for that album. I'll keep it a rack. I don't really check for that album besides the hits.
I feel you.
I keep it a rack. That's how I feel about it.
Besides the hits,
I don't really check for that album.
He got heat on there besides the hits.
I don't. And then obviously anything after the Massacre, I'm definitely not checking for.
Oh my God,
Curtis.
I didn't really. I listened to Curtis.
Curtis got songs on it. It's
not. I don't think 50 has any bad work out. I just think he doesn't have anything really classic. Like Get Rich or Die Trying.
Whoa. Super. Yeah, singles.
But I'm talking about bodies.
And how many people could you say really have multiple, like, bodies of work like that?
Which is why I'm saying we're having 50 pretty high like that.
Because he deserves it, bro. I'm not gonna front.
I mean,
plus the G-Unit songs. That's what I'm saying.
And we're not even before Get Rich either. I forgot about.
That's what I'm saying.
I forgot to add G-Unit in it, so at that point I'll stop there because I forgot about G-Unit.
How you forget about G-Unit?
Because I was thinking about 50-50 like by himself. I wasn't thinking.
But when the verses they throw in features, even so, I think nigga Kiss. What happened? That's what I'm saying. Niggas be talking about features in the verses, even songs they wrote for other rappers.
I mean, that's why verses is tough though because.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh my God.
This is how we do.
Yo,
hated to love it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
bro,
wow.
you wildin'.
Yeah, he's wildin'.
But my thing is this though. Like I said, I'll take it back just because I didn't add in what he did with G Unit and obviously a little bit of what he did prior before Get Rich or Die Trying. But my thing is, I was looking at 50 as like, what has 50 Cent done with this album is 50 Cent's. This album is 50 Cent, not or writing credits or anything like that. I was talking about his body of work that is just his. My personal opinion, like I said, Massacre is cool. Okay. I just don't check for most things on there besides the hits. Me personally, that's just me, and I love 50. I'm not discrediting the man. I just feel like to put him up there with Kanye and Hove, I would say that's just off more so influence than it would be
Actual
the
vibe.
music.
I mean, honestly, I'll be the first to admit, I'm a 50 bias. It's the only bias, the super only bias in my top 5.
I feel you.
He's my first favorite rapper. He could do no wrong in my eyes musically. I'm sorry, it just is what it is.
And it's fair to fair. You could have that,
And I also,
bro.
it's hard too because I don't know how niggas from down south feel about 50.
That's what I was gonna think about. Like niggas from down south probably look at 50 the way niggas from up here look at
It's
T.I.
T.I.
Like,
I'm not gonna hold it, bro. I got a whole T.I. album on my phone, bro.
I got King. That's my favorite T.I. album. And the one I think came before that, Urban
T.I.
Legend.
Oh, I thought that was T.I. versus T.I.P., wasn't it?
No. T.I. versus T.I. T.I. versus Tip was after Paper Trails.
It was?
Yes.
I swear to everything it was before.
Nah,
Paper
it was
Trails.
definitely after Paper Trails. That's when it was super commercial. That's an album niggas forget about.
regardless of the fact though, man, he definitely top 3 when we talking about down south rappers.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
No, easily. I don't think that's even a debate. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming from New York niggas.
And you know what I'm saying, I understand why he feels the way
Oh.
he feels, because you gotta have that confidence in yourself, especially when he's considered such a legend. So.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, like you said,
Tough.
it's tough when you're not
Where
from
would-
down south. You
That
feel
is
me?
a good conversation, Fredo. Where would Future be in the top? Like,
I feel like we gotta wait for Future to slow down. I feel like he has to slow down enough for us to really sit there and like really evaluate.
but like
it.
I might put Future above Ti in the top 3. Like I'm not gonna.
That's what I'm
front.
saying. I gotta wait till he slows down. I can't say that now.
It's super,
How long he been relevant, bro?
bro. He's been relevant since we were
His
freshmen.
super relevance is
2014 is when he
yeah,
really.
yeah, his super relevance. Cause I feel
That's,
like Karate
he
Karate
was-
Chop was
yeah,
that
yeah, that came out like 2012, I think, like 2011.
But
I think it's
2014 is when Future like
His first
Future
hit-
Hendrix.
His first hit for real was Turn on the Lights. And Turn on
That's
the Lights.
facts.
I hated that song, but
Nah, you're wrong. That song was. That's when I was fucking with
He
Future.
had a couple, bro. He
But
had-
I'm the same dude who say I hate that song, but I like the song with him and Rihanna. The love.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I did like that song.
Yo, I don't know. That's a good conversation.
That's why I
don't know.
said I can't have that till he slows down. I cannot.
Strike 2 is better than any T.I. album. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, it might
Oh.
be. It
Nah,
might
that's
be.
a fact.
It might be. It
Damn.
might really be. It might really be.
Strike 2
Because I'm not gonna lie, I dare probably bump that before King. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
definitely jacking Dirty Sprite 2 before.
Bro, DS2 is hard, bro.
DS2 is a legendary.
Because I'm
album.
still, I still.
Future has better projects than Ti. Like he has multiple better projects than Ti.
Bro, I can call somebody from
But
Atlanta.
then-
I can call somebody from Atlanta right now and tell you that Future's top 3. From Atlanta.
But then, if we, that's just musically though. We gotta when we talking greatest, we always gotta encompass everything else. Yeah, so I think musically, we're agreeing that Future definitely has
Deserves-
surpassed-
yeah.
deserves to pass Ti. But I don't know about everything else in capacity with that. You know what I'm saying?
If Future is not in your top 5 down south rappers, then you gotta really look into that.
Right.
I'm not gonna front.
You know what I'm saying? And top 5 is in down south gonna shake up crazy. Next
Super.
5.
They've been running the game, like you said. They still running the game.
Yeah, but like
We done seen like 3 phases of the South. I'm not gonna
for a
front.
fact.
Yeah.
Like we done seen 3 phases of the South. This shit is crazy. I'm not gonna front.
The way they took the torch from New York was crazy. Like
And
was-
they still haven't given it up for
they still-
nobody.
Yeah, bro. I don't
I think
know.
Mustard had that run, so West Coast was getting love for like 1 or 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and in New York, like I said, we finally bubbling. I'm just happy he finally bubbling,
Facts,
my
niggas.
niggas.
Yeah.
Fact.
But we
That's
still
what I'm
not the
saying.
leaders. We just
I
making
don't-
our own noise.
I'll take the bubbling for now, my nigga, for real.
All right, but at the risk of staying here too long, let's throw in, since we talked about verses real quick, I think what is set to happen is DMX versus Snoop.
Wednesday.
Yeah, by the time this
That's
comes
Wednesday?
out.
Wednesday.
So yeah, by the time this comes out, that'll happen. What's y'all picks? I'm going with X
I'm going
in
with
a
X.
low-key a landslide, but I'm not,
Yeah, X got them.
like if they doing,
I'm not going to say a landslide.
not
It's going to
a
be closer than
landslide,
you
yeah.
think.
Yeah, for a fact.
it depends, because I don't know who Snoop has done any work for. Like, I'm not thinking Snoop features in my head right now.
Nah. You forget about Death Row. He got songs with Pac.
True.
Bro, Snoop
So
got
that's-
some
that's what I'm
shit.
saying,
No,
like-
I'm not shitting on Snoop, but I
it's
just...
longevity. It's longevity too because he's been in the game long. He was in the game longer than X, and it's not like X has come out with any new music either. So,
True.
but again, X is another bias pick for me. He's in my top 5. So
That's what I'm saying. I got X pretty high on my all-time
Yeah.
ranking. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't fall out past 12. for
Yeah.
me. Like, you know what
I
I'm saying?
feel like if it's 20 songs, it'll probably be like 13. Like, well,
I feel like
yeah, like 13 and
if
7
it was
or
long,
some shit like
if
that.
it was longer than 20, I don't pick X. If they had more than 20 songs that was going by, I wouldn't pick X. But if being that it's a set 20 that we're judging it off of, I gotta go X. I think X has 20 songs. I mean, obviously not. He's not gonna win every round, but I think he can win more rounds out of a 20
Yeah,
song.
I
round.
think he'll probably
If-
go like.
like I always say, if he chooses his songs
Correctly.
properly. Cause Fab, me and DJ Booth will see each other, bro. I'm running DJ Booth the fade, bro. I was talking mad hot about that Fab versus Jada.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn niggas was talking mad hot about Fab.
Nah, Jadakiss did his thing.
Jadakiss was smoking Fab, bro. I'm
Nah,
sorry to tell
from
you.
the jump, bro, he
you.
was bro, first 3 songs, like, nah, Fab, you're bugging. He was smoking Fab boots.
Nah, it's gonna be a good battle though.
Definitely.
12-8, 11-9 for me. Like,
yeah,
with X.
I'll say more or less. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be closer than you think. I feel like when they turn the second half of the 10, that's when that's where X is gonna take off. Like, the first 10 is probably gonna lean more to Snoop, but once the next 10 goes,
Yeah, depending on how you feel.
Because the fucking X bangers.
That Sensual Seduction gonna be crazy, bro. If we throw that on,
What
she might be with him, but she's thinking about
nigga, that's
me.
gonna be like top 3 songs for the nigga.
Yeah, he's probably throwing that on like 6.
Yeah, like for me,
That's probably a 6 song. I'm not gonna hold you, but all right. So we all going X, or are you feeling Snoop?
X.
hopefully we don't jinx them because we all win if X.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it's usually who I pick that don't be winning, but it's cool though.
That's terrible.
But
Okay, Gucci.
it's fun. It's the fun part.
Yeah.
But keeping it music wise, Meg the Stallion was in some trouble with one of my guys, Tory.
Meg got shot.
She's in some trouble.
That's not.
She
She got shot,
She
boy.
was in some trouble. It was murky waters.
They tried to line a Stallion, boy.
I don't know what exactly
They tried
happened.
to turn it to a
And I'm not
pony.
gonna lie, I'm super glued to this. Like any news that comes out, I'm on
It's
it.
because it's Megan.
Because it's
Megan
Meg and
and
Tory,
Tory,
bro. I'm glued, bro.
This shit
Because this is the wackiest story. Like niggas are saying Tory shot her.
Yeah,
in the
nah,
foot
that's different.
Because she was trying to leave. I'm like, yo, what happened in the car? What?
Is it foul that I thought like the first thing I thought was like she got shot in her ass
Why would you think that?
because it's so big.
Like, was he,
You was sicko. What the hell?
like what?
You that don't know, bro. Be on some Bad Boys 2 shit.
Look at this Martin Lawrence.
Niggas gonna have to give her the plastic donut.
You losing me. Fucking nah, no funny shit, bro. Like when I first read the shit, like the first thing I thought about was like the pictures. It was like, oh, Tory Lanez is having the best quarantine. It was like Megan and fucking Kylie behind him and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, shit lit. And then the next day, niggas talking about some Megan got shot, niggas got arrested, gun charge. Like personally, I think that the shit went off accidentally. I could be wrong.
I didn't even think about that.
I could be wrong. I just hope he didn't actually shoot her.
The reason-
or some shit like aim, let me shoot you. Like
That was my original thought when I first seen it. But then based off Meg's statement that she made, I think it was Sunday she put it out.
man, goddamn.
That statement read to me when a girl says, a woman says, I'm protecting my energy, that to me means somebody got cut off. Somebody did some shit they shouldn't have did, and now we not cool no more. So with that being said, I feel like if it was an accidental shot going off, she would have charged it to the game. Like, yo, he had the gun on him. We was in the wrong spot. It happened. But I feel like the fact that she said, yo, I just know now. I got to protect my energy and move on from this. Like,
See, I feel like that was more towards like Kylie though.
nah,
Like I don't
'cause
know why. Like
I don't
just
think Kylie has anything
the
to do with this.
Bro,
Kardashians
why
is
did
like.
she just dip the next day? She on
I'm not
an
gonna lie,
island,
that
bro.
curse is real, bro. Like Kardashians just trouble for everybody, bro.
I believe it.
So I feel like what happened was niggas probably peeped. The Kardashians was with Megan Tory. Somebody peeped. So they was like, yo, we about to, feel me, put in that work. And then Tory, like, feel me, he took the gun out and was trying to help out because the niggas was trying to rob Megan's
So you feel
Tory.
like niggas ran down?
Yeah, like I feel like
niggas.
niggas try to run down, and then Tory so happened to have the grip in the trunk, and you backed it out. Post.
But my thing is, if somebody's trying to protect you, why would you put out a statement like that?
Yeah, we just gotta wait and see.
So, I mean, unless it's not, but the thing is, not that I put too much credence in social media, but she did unfollow Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying?
She did?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh,
He's still following her, but I
shit.
think that's because he hasn't been on social media.
Nah, yeah, he I think he probably still is he
Is
out
still-
on bail?
I think he did pay his,
Oh.
I think he had 35K was his, bail,
Oh, okay.
think it
I
was.
haven't heard about if he got on bail. More than likely, he probably is on bail.
I'm pretty sure.
But damn, I didn't know that. Spicy.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I told you I'm glued to this, bro. I have been trying. I have a board
shit.
in my house, bro, and I have been trying to piece together the story. I got Kylie over here, Tory here, Meg here. I'm like, all right, so this happened there. I'm
Man.
trying to do the
That
math.
would be so bad on Tory's part because he was doing
Yo, that's
everything
what,
right.
bro.
That's
He was
what I'm
having
saying.
a great
I
run,
told-
bro.
He was doing everything
I told
right.
him, I was like, yo, I'm listening to all the Tory I can, bro, because once it comes out, if he did it, it's over. But I
You're not
didn't
gonna listen to him no more.
He's gonna
on the low. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
It's about to be like, yo, it's to repeat itself. The Rihanna Chris Brown all over
Nah,
again.
this is different, bro.
This is fake
Shooting?
work. Shorty got shot.
That's what I'm saying. Look, listen.
Nah, I don't know.
Nah, I think Chris Brown might be worse,
Yeah,
bro.
it's because it's Rihanna.
Yeah.
And feel me?
One, it's Rihanna.
Shooting, bro.
Two, like,
She got shot in the foot.
But
Yeah.
she got shot.
like
Rihanna's
like-
face, bro,
like,
was fucking poofed
like
up.
Chris physically like a
A shooting could go way worse.
That's what I'm saying. You could really kill somebody by accident.
I don't think Tory was trying to kill
Right,
Megan.
But listen, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Shooting someone is OD, bro.
You don't know how somebody is crazy.
it is.
And then
It
letting
is.
it loose on them.
Yo, more facts gotta come out because
It's
I
tough.
really
saying,
don't
if-
believe.
I don't believe he like intentionally shot her. By the time this episode come out, more than likely we're gonna know what happened.
Hopefully,
I read that witnesses aren't cooperating.
Oh shit.
So that's why I'm
does
saying
that work in whose favor though? Like I don't know.
listen. That's what I read. That's all I'm just.
Hold on. So y'all niggas is really saying it's worse to get beat up,
For a woman,
yes, than to get shot twice in the foot.
I'm not a woman.
I need more information onto how this happened for me to make that call.
But hypothetically speaking, say Tory Lanez aimed the shit, said, "Why are you leaving?" and shot her foot twice on purpose. Is that worse? Is that not worse than somebody getting beat up? The Chris Brown and Rihanna situation.
It's tough. It's a tough call for me.
I'm not a woman, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of women would rather get shot in the foot than get beat up like how Rihanna got beat up.
That's what I'm saying. Because to get physically dominated and beat.
Yeah, like that's
the thing is-
mad humiliating.
Feel
me?
There's a
That's
lot
mad-
more embarrassment.
That's dehumanizing and shit like that.
I see what y'all mean, but like I'm just thinking it on the way Fredo just said it, bro.
Yeah, because a lot can happen. That can go wrong.
Yo, you really backed out a grip.
Because that hit the wrong nerve,
bro.
you never know. You know what I'm saying? That I get that. I completely understand.
That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it. Like that's OD.
That's a good question.
That's
I'm not
I
gonna lie,
mean,
that's a good
regard
question.
both is OD.
I'm not a woman, and
Yeah.
I feel like if a woman was here, she would say we shouldn't compare these things.
Yeah.
Of course not.
But
That too.
it's a lot of testosterone in the room. We're gonna compare it. So, and that's my one woman.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
You know what I'm saying?
Toxicity. I can't say the word
Toxicity.
because I'm too busy thinking about Hennessy right now. But
Hennessy.
toxic levels are in abundance right now.
Right,
It's
you know what I'm
Friday.
saying? I mean, like I said, I'm glued to this. I don't know if y'all are, but I'm glued.
Bro, I gotta know what happened
because this
It's
I
some
need.
Harlem Night shit.
I need to know.
Oh,
But moving on from that,
That's wild.
OD.
Ray, I think it's your time.
Oh,
It's your time.
Oh shit.
alright.
Oh shit.
So apparently,
Nigga, wipe this.
it was
face, man.
Ari's birthday,
You don't care, bro.
like last week or whatever. For me, Moneybag got her a Lambo,
And the Lambo had gifts inside it.
which was filled with a whole bunch of Dior. And I've been seeing this narrative being pushed for a couple of months now. From every year is a new slogan for y'all. For y'all, yeah, if it applies, it's for y'all. But feel me, this whole adore her, so you gotta Dior her narrative mantra. Feel me? And honestly, I don't blame y'all whores,
Oh.
cause that's who it's for.
Wow.
I don't blame y'all. I'm blaming us niggas. I'm blaming us niggas.
Nah,
man.
it's getting steamy in here.
I'm blaming us niggas, man.
It's getting steamy in
Because
here.
the music is to blame. Niggas has been, the music narrative is to blame for all of this. Because shorties is really expecting you to buy Dior for them off rip. Now, listen, if I sound broke, it's because I am.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll never give it a buck. If it sounds because I'm broke, it's because I am. And I don't care, for me, but I'm just saying, logically speaking, regular niggas is not buying you Dior. Okay? It is what it is. Regular niggas is not buying you Dior.
That's why they don't fuck with regular guys no more. You feel me?
But feel me, the whole thing
I feel like
is,
there's only a certain class of men
I was
that can
gonna
buy
say,
Dior
the
that often.
percentage of regular, first of all, in order for you to fuck with it, I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know. Because if I'm, feel me, a person of status, I'm not going to just let any girl get next to me either. That's why I say I blame us niggas, because we putting a battery in shorty's back. I'm not going to front. We giving them the Dior. They asking for the Dior, so we giving it to them.
I want to say something so bad, but I don't
Whereas-
want. I don't want to add to the toxicity.
Whereas this has been my theory for a minute now. I've been jacking this.
Let's hear it.
If you look at the music is to blame. That's why it starts with us niggas. Because at the end of the day,
So Lil Baby is to blame.
Lil Baby,
Gunna.
A Boogie, all these niggas, and it was a slow
burn?
it was a slow a slippery slope. It was a slippery slope. I don't know when. We got to go back to when that started. But in the beginning, when hip hop first started, it was very toxic. Very, very toxic. Womanizing and everything. But the shorties was eating it up. We still dance to fucking Doodle Brown to this day. We still dance to the Doodle Brown to this day. It was a classic.
He's potting today, bro.
It was
He's
a classic.
He's potting.
Everything was Gucci. Your moms and pops was at, what was that shit called? Freaknik. For me, Times was Gucci. Shorty knew how to have fun. Empowering. Like, that's why I fuck
I
with
don't
city
ever want to hear
girls.
that my mom was at Freak Dick ever.
I don't know. I think my parents,
She never was. She never was.
my parents was immigrants. They was probably in fucking Guatemala and El Salvador and shit like that. Either way, boy, I don't know when this started. Like I said, I'm trying to think now. All I know is one day I looked up and it was like niggas was begging for shorties to get next to them. Like, I'm sorry, baby. That's what the narrative, I feel like when we was little kids, like the Mario, let me love you. Even that statement, like, yo, let me love you. Like, yo, nigga, you supposed to be my nigga, like, you supposed to be, feel me? You're not supposed to act. You're not supposed to act like that, my nigga. Like, don't get me wrong, that song is amazing.
Bro, you can't be soft to your shorty.
Nah, you can, but you're not supposed. The narrative, bro. It's the narrative. It's the slippery slope. Because then that turned into A Boogie. I bought a bag for you. I bought a bag and now you're a brat. Like what? If I bought a bag, you shouldn't be a brat after that. You're still like, how are we pumping this narrative as if it's a cool thing? Like shorties be brats and niggas be like, yeah, that's my brat or some shit like that. Like that's a cool thing.
I see what you mean.
I'm here. I've been here.
Like, don't get me wrong though. A Boogie's wife, if you know who Ella Bands was before she was A Boogie's wife, that's Ella Bands. That's not even A Boogie's wife for niggas that know. That's Ella Bands. So she had a hustle mentality. She gets it for me.
The last name wasn't Bands for nothing.
Even my man's the other day, we had a discussion. He was like, oh, like strippers and shit like that. Like, oh, do you respect them? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could respect them, bro. If they just stripping the strip, cause this shorties out here is just stripping the strip.
Like they don't got nothing else.
Like they're not doing it to
no
be a
other
doctor.
high,
They're not doing it to do anything. Like they just
want to be professional.
Yeah, like I'm like, yo, like
so you don't have a problem with the ones that are doing it as like a placeholder for bigger dreams, but if that is the dream, you have a problem with it.
Like yeah. Cause again, stripping is like the porn industry. You're not gonna be there for long. It's not like you want to be able to strip your whole life. Like, so if you really think that, you're naive. Like that's not and niggas is gonna big that up. Like niggas is bigging that up. Whereas like shorty's like Lady London, who's actually she looks beautiful. That's a beautiful woman. Yeah, but she's rapping and she has skill. Like feel me? Like you have to respect that over somebody's just stripping. Like it's just it sounds bad, but hey, it is what it is. It's not really no black and white for this subject when it comes to me. Cause just adore her. We putting a battery in their bag, fellas. We gotta stop putting a battery in their bag. We need to go back to Jay-Z's yacht when Dame Dash was pouring champagne on them shorties and they were loving it. They were loving it. Video Vixen days, they was good.
They still love that. That's part of it. Now you gotta get with it.
Yeah,
nah.
It's just after you do it, now you gotta buy her a bag.
But I'm saying, no. It's nothing wrong with buying your shorties Dior if that's your shorty. But I'm talking about regular shorties that niggas just want to kill. Yeah, they dead ass just want to kill. And just to kill is buying them Dior. Like, my nigga. Yeah, you fucking up the competition, first of all. But again, niggas be like, oh, I got it. It's nothing. Nigga, you fucking up the slippery slopes, and the battery is in their back. Energizer bunnies.
I'll say this. We are definitely on the losing end at this point as men. We don't have the power.
Music, son.
We don't have the power anymore.
He's stressed.
Because
the shit is annoying, bro. I'm not going for the shit is annoying.
And
it used to be from Playboy bunnies to now we got Energizer bunnies.
These are words of broke men. So take this with a grain of salt. But I will say we've definitely lost all the power. The scales have tipped. I agree with that. The scales have tipped. I'm trying to word these very carefully because I'm trying not to have that, yo, I can't believe you said that moment. So I will say,
man, hoys respectfully. To
those that are, classify as whores. I guess I'm assuming that's what you.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but regardless, I do agree that we can't just be buying it for everybody.
Can't do.
Girls are gonna say, women are gonna say, "Oh, just because you can't afford, you should shut up." But I should shut up, but I'm not. But exactly. Regardless, I think that we gotta be careful with how we're doing this. Cause I'll be damned if I'm buying everybody some $10,000 bag, even hundreds of dollar bag. Like I'm not buying everybody. You feel me? So that's just my take. Don't kill me. I don't have anything to do with this. I just said my piece. Amen.
I have nothing to say.
Listen, I'm gonna end
it on
this. If
Reem was here, Reem would have been like,
yeah, he would have been wilding. Either way, I'm gonna end on this note. Listen, I respect strong, beautiful women. Emphasis on strong. Because a lot of girls is not strong, and those are the ones I'm more so giving my energy to. So feel me? If you a strong black woman, just know you are appreciated. I appreciate you. That's
Amen. All. Amen. All right. We're going to completely do a 180 here. And we got to get back into the current climate outside. One thing I was thinking about, and before pre-production, we were having a little disagreement, I guess, is I think that white people don't know the history. Now, this stems from Nick Cannon's situation. For those that don't know, you should know definitely by the time this came out, but this episode comes out. But, he basically is getting accused of saying hateful speech, anti-Semitic comments, calling white people savages, this, that, and the third. And because of that, he was terminated from Viacom CBS, which then caused him to lose Wild 'N Out.
And other because the Viacom umbrella is vast. If you don't know.
Yeah, so any other ventures he had, because I know at some point he was involved in Nickelodeon. Yeah. I don't know how much he. I think he sold,
but I think he sold it away. Like he sold his stake away.
Okay, well, either way, so my thing with that was when I said white people don't know their history is that I think like Fredo brought up a good point is that they know their history, but it's just wrong. Or maybe Ray said that. I forgot who said it, but one of you guys said it.
Oh, I said that. I said that.
Yeah, I was saying I agree.
Yeah, so basically my thing was I was saying that I think that one, they don't know the detriment to what they did has on today's society. Mm-hmm. It was what I think they don't know, as well as, how do I say this? I feel like they don't know. Yeah, well, basically, I guess that all falls in the same umbrella. Like, just the complete detriment of everything they have. And, like, they don't know how much they've stolen. They don't know how much they've taken credit for.
Might be that willful ignorance again.
I was going to say that they bias in their history. That's
exactly the phrase.
They were biased in their history.
That's exactly
Whereas,
phrase.
like you said, they know their history. In my opinion, they know what they've done. They just don't know the bad part. Or they're unwilling, like you said, they're willfully looking away of the bad things they did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, either way you put it, I guess in a sense, yeah, they don't know their history. But again, I just feel like they're biased in their history because white people really, like, they go around and thinking, like, the world is good. Like, they really almost every white person I've encountered, they really are, like, mad gleeful. Like, they're, like, really, like, see the cup half full all the time. I don't think I've met a negative white person in my life. I'm not going front.
Negative white person.
I met a couple negative white people.
I know one for fact. I work with it, but go ahead.
Like, I feel like Nick Cannon said nothing wrong. Like, the way that he was delivering it, everything, he was being very careful. It wasn't like he was calling white people, like, savages now. Like, even though some people might view them as that in that light, he wasn't saying, oh, all you white people are savage. He was just talking about the history, and the history is true, bro.
Nah, it's facts. Like, the whole mountains and the sun, and they couldn't be in the sun, so that's why they went up.
And even after that shit, motherfuckers was skinning people alive, bro. Human beings. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, feeding niggas they genitals. Like,
mutating.
Yo, bro. Like,
but again, like, for me, they're willfully, they're biased in their history. It's sad. They're gonna say, oh, like, in a white person's head, they feel like the person that was in the house, they were doing them a favor.
Yeah.
Feel me? And it starts from that. Because they actually felt like they were doing someone a favor just because you had a slave in the house. Like, feel me? Like, it starts from the origins of shit like that.
On skin color. It wasn't even like it was like, oh, he's cool. I mean, it was just like, yo, you're not as dark, so I could bear to see you when I walk outside my.
You have some education too, because like, feel me, they knew how to read and stuff. Some of them
taught them too. A lot of them were like, some of them taught. A lot of them snuck it. snuck the
True.
education on.
Just terrible, bro.
Did he say anything anti-Semitic though? That's the
I
thing
don't
that
recall
threw
him
me
saying
off
anything
because like
Because
anti-Semitic usually goes with Jews. And
that's what I was thinking, and I don't remember. I watched it, but I don't remember word for word.
I didn't watch it.
I don't think it was that video in particular, but I think it was like, don't quote me on this, but it was something along the lines of he was saying that the black people are the real Jews or Hebrews.
He did. That's
That's not anti-Semitic though.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's freedom of speech, and that's what you believe.
But
and I think there's historical backing.
It's negative.
Exactly.
That's not negative. It's not like he's saying Jewish people are bad. He just said black people are Jews. Like when Kanye said he was a god. Feel me? And niggas ran with like that's not negative. That's just a thought. Feel me? That's a feeling and thoughts. Like there's nothing negative about that.
Right.
That's what threw me off.
Nick Cannon lost his job immediately. And Breonna Taylor's fucking murderer is still, just...
I'll do you one better. There's been pedophiles that work for Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon is under Viacom, right? Yeah. And like we're working for years with knowledge of this, the convicted pedophile dudes, and like we got them still working, making TV shows that are centered towards kids, teens, and kids, and with kids as the cast members, and just around these young adults all day. You know what I'm saying? So. That just goes to show where we're at in America, where, you know what I'm saying, I firmly believe Nick Cannon was made an example of. That's what that was about. Because I feel like it took hours. It wasn't even 24 hours before he lost his job.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't even, it might not have even been an hour.
I don't think it was really an example. Because when something happens that fast, I feel like they already tried to, like, wanted him out. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like people behind the scenes, like, maybe it's a theory, I don't know, but, like, that shit happened too fast, bro. It had to be, like, some type of plan in the works, like eventually this is gonna, if this happens, we're gonna get. So you think it was just
like, oh, here's our outlet, like we have our chance.
For me, like this our in right here. Let's get this nigga out.
That's tough. Shouts out to Nick, man. He gonna be alright regardless.
I mean, I didn't like the fact that he recanted, but I'm not in his position, so I'm not able to speak on what he's going through currently as to what made him semi-recant. He didn't recant everything, but he basically tried to clean up his statement.
I just find it funny because, again, I feel like Nick Cannon in the black community is the person that, like, everyone, you know how they say, like, it's that friend that only we can make fun of. If somebody else makes fun of him, like, that's not cool.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what Nick Cannon is to, like, the black community.
I can see that, yeah.
So that's why, like, I'm not going to say, like, I'm not a Nick Cannon fan. I clowned him all the time. Like, you feel me? But it's just funny to see people coming to his aid. After all the jokes he gave, boy, like, it's just hilarious to see people.
That's what I'm saying, because people like, yo, wherever Wildin' Out end up, we over there. I'm like, y'all wasn't watching Wildin' Out now. Like, y'all was not watching that the past 2-3 years.
You had your calls with Nick Cannon too.
That's what I'm saying.
It was John that really had his calls with Nick Cannon. I just hate the way he dressed, bro. That's my only issue with Nick Cannon. I hate his fits. It's terrible. That's always been an issue for me.
And like I said, I don't know. I'm like half and half with Nick Cannon because the nigga came out of nowhere, was wearing turbans and shit like that, fucking with Farrakhan. So it's like,
I mean,
you could get woke and like intelligent anytime in your life. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, I don't know.
You just don't like the.
I feel like when you like abruptly do that, it's like you don't really process the information. Like, you feel me? You should do more research and
he probably did, bro,
and do and shit like
that's
that.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not him. I can't speak on that.
But hey,
but I'm gonna use this as a way to leeway into another thing I was thinking about. I have a love-hate relationship with conspiracy theories. A very love-hate relationship. Because, and it's just a very small reason, we don't gotta say it too long, but it's just like, I feel like ignorance is really bliss. Like, so the more you know, the more miserable you end up being. I am mad miserable because I know so much stuff. And I can't believe anything anymore because I know too much stuff. And that's all I got on this. That's literally all I got. I just have a love-hate relationship because, like, obviously it's great to know the knowledge. It sucks because you know the knowledge. That's all I got.
I'm with you because I've been jacking that for years. I'd be like, everyone want to come out and with that woke. I'm woke now. Da, da, da. I was the first one to say, like, yo, it's not really that cool to be woke if you really about it or you really know what woke is, because like you said, the more information I learn, the more miserable I am. Like, if I could go back to being ignorant, I might choose being ignorant.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I might be on the same boat.
Y'all don't want to peek behind the curtain.
Because I have this friend that in college that whenever, like, I that's my friend. For me, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I can't talk to him as much as I can anymore because he always be trying to have these deep talks and shit like my nigga. I'll be the first one to tell you I like to act ignorant and be ignorant sometimes, most of the time, because if I think too much, then I'll probably get into, feel me, some dog bag or whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to avoid that, feel me.
Right.
Sometimes, like you said, ignorance is bliss, and I'm choosing the bliss most of the time.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really scary though, bro. Like when you really think about it, because niggas, we might just have been. This is another conspiracy theory, but brainwashed since we were little, like, and just to like fucking the shit that we've seen and continue to watch. There's so many messages and shit like that, like. And we know a lot more the older that we get, and it's like what are they calling this time? The Great Awakening?
Yeah, something like that.
Like there's so much knowledge that's being like
enlightenment, something.
Yeah,
like
that. whatever the case is. But there was one thing I was watching about conspiracy theories. I think it was something one of the videos that you sent me. But they were like the term conspiracy theory was made by the CIA to discredit actual facts.
That was I think it was on YouTube, right? You said that. Yeah.
Like
I remember that.
The term conspiracy theory was made by the CIA to
discredit
actual facts. So it's like, and now it just turned into something completely different. But.
Right, and that's the thing. Like I used to look when I was younger. I used to look at people that like thought things that we currently think now. I used to be like, yo, like not that they're crazy. Obviously, I feel like this, but it's just like, like it don't really matter. Like I could still live my life. It's cool. But now I'm just like, yo, like some of these things really matter. Like a lot of these really, really matter. And I'm just like,
it's a scary time.
It's just scary to be, young, black, and knowledgeable at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's just real scary. But not to stay on that too long. Just to add to conspiracies anyway. I think Ray noticed that the crime stats have been really getting pushed in our face lately.
Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen though. Like I had a good feeling.
You did allude to this
because again, like first of all, I know I'm not taking anything away. People are definitely getting shot. Mm-hmm. Crime is definitely up, but we also have to keep in mind this year is one of those years that's gonna have an asterisk next to it because look at what we in a fucking pandemic. Fucking unemployment is super sky high right now, so that means people don't have a job. Feel me? We just was on lockdown for 4 or 5 months, so people finally coming outside because it's summer. And it's not like, let's not act like summer was sweet in New York.
Yeah, summer's never been sweet.
Feel me? As is. So, again, be careful, but let's not give the battery to the police and act like we need them in any type of way. Because, feel me, that's just not the case at all. And I also feel like some of these shootings, I'm not saying they staged, but some people, they just get, like, if you get shot, you get shot, feel me? But a lot of the things I've seen is just shootings. Like nobody necessarily got shot, but it was shots fired. Yeah. And it's always lately I've been seeing it's like a white van, and that shit is weird to me. Nobody in hood driving white vans. I'm not gonna hold you. Mm-hmm. Like that's weird to me.
Fucking spinning in a white van.
That's what I'm saying. Like that just sounds weird to me. But I'm just saying let's not give the juice to these police people because again crime is high, but let's not pay attention to the numbers right now because they're gonna be juiced up. Because of everything that's going on.
Absolutely. I agree. Because a lot of boredom, a lot of pent up anger maybe even goes into a lot of this. Like you said, we're just in a time where like you can't, this all goes back to like just everything with the black community, like the people of color community. Like, we're just all in such close capacity and just, so that's bound to happen. Like it's bound to happen. This is all stuff
any person with some type of logic could put 2 and 2 together. Pandemic, unemployment, summer in New York. Like what more? Like that's just a bad combination as is. Right. Feel me? Like
it's a lot of aggravated people that's gonna be hot.
Exactly.
And nothing worse than being hot and angry. Like you know what I'm saying.
And this summer's actually been hotter than.
It's mad hot.
I was gonna say this summer is hotter than the past like 3-4 summers.
Shit. Like it's been.
I feel like it's been humid. It's just not even the degrees, and that's why I have another gripe with that. Yo, tell me what the real feel is. Don't give me what is degrees, bro? Because they be like, yo, the real feel 90, but it's 82. Well, tell me it's 90 then. Don't tell me it's 82. But that's my quick tangent on meteorology. That's real shit. That's real because shit. What is that, bro? Don't tell me it's 82 if it feels like it's 90. Tell me it's 90. But regardless, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut off whoever I cut off.
That was it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nah, because I be blowing by, bro.
Hot, boy.
It's that mad hot. Like, I got on a t-shirt when I should really have on a mesh jersey. Something
I didn't wear jeans on the right day today. I'm not going to hold you. This is not jean weather.
I changed my fit before I came out here. I had on some type of like swishy sweat. So I was like, nah.
Like I like showering and all, but I be taking extra showers because of this weather, bro.
This is OD.
I noticed that the other day. Like I said, I was working and I'm like, yo, this summer has been hot. Like it hasn't really been much like dead days.
Humid, bro.
Like it's dead just been.
Because the past couple days been Gucci.
Yeah, like yesterday was
Yesterday,
Gucci.
the day before.
No, yeah, it was dull though. It wasn't even.
That's
like,
because it was supposed to rain.
yeah, it
supposed to
wasn't
be
even
super
like,
heavy today.
Let's just see how.
But moving forward,
Hydrate.
to move forward, just to add on to the crime stats, I guess it's not really crime, but it's a crime between us because it shouldn't be happening. West Indians versus African Americans.
Right. Let me
Take it away.
So this has been a narrative for I don't know how long, bro. But especially I've been seeing it a lot in the past couple of years, like in social media, like Twitter, shit like that. Like, oh, I can't date a Black American, like an American in general. Like, and it's usually West Indian people that's saying shit.
Yankee.
Like that. A Yankee. Like, and it's just I feel them in some sense, but I just feel like it's crazy we're split. We're literally all the same people, but it's split because of the cultures. The cultures is vastly different though, in a lot of ways.
True.
But I just think that it's crazy that that's even a thing. I just wanted y'all opinion on it.
For me, I agree definitely that the cultures are vastly different. But my only reasoning, because I've said this in the past, but I probably would renege now, even though I'm with a girl that's from the West Indies. But like, you feel me? It's Black people go through a lot of the same things. It's not like the culture may be a little bit different, but like my childhood was different than your childhood, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody's childhood was different. So like, for me to base it on just you don't know what oxtail is, like I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying, or like you don't know how to whine. Like these are, you know what I'm saying? These are people that's from West Indies that don't know how to whine and all that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't really matter that much to me, and that's all I really got on this.
I'll be dead thinking like, what is the what is the issue? Like, is it really about oxtail? Like, what is the issue?
A lot of for one example is like cleanliness. Like West Indian people feel like, you know, they're more cleaner.
School though, like,
but bro, it can mean such a big thing.
It could be a deal breaker. Yeah,
fucking just respectfulness. Like fucking in American, a lot of the times they won't say, "Oh, good evening."
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Okay, I hear you.
It's like little cultural differences that, you know, are deal breakers for a lot of people.
I mean, those are things that like saying. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is my personal opinion, but like saying things like "good evening," "good afternoon," like that stuff that like we made that important. Like we made that amongst ourselves something important to do. We made it something that's rude if you don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say like, feel me, shit like that. That's why it goes back to we talked about this in the past, like the whole. How I feel like too much culture is a hindrance. Because again, like, feel me, the way I was raised
takes me
it's every age.
the way, because again, the way I can only speak about how I was raised and what I've seen how other people was raised, and sometimes like how that could affect even you having a friendship with somebody. Feel me, like just the different mentalities and stuff like that. And like we were talking about last or 2 episodes ago about trauma and just trying to grow as a person. Feel me, I feel like culture sometimes it really hinders you from doing that fully. Like at the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with having culture, but when you start your own family, stuff like that, I would think y'all supposed to have your own rituals, your own little culture within what you have.
You take from what you know, take the good
and stuff like that. Because like again, manners to me, I'm not West Indian. I'm not super Spanish, but my father, that's a character thing. Like he was raised me with super manners. Whereas nigga, I say hi twice.
Hello, hi.
I never knew that until the niggas told me that. Like I say hi twice. I was like, I just so happened to.
That's how
for me, it got accustomed to me, and that's it. But either way, it's like like you know, Martin Luther be saying like this the whole character thing before. Even race and culture, like feel me. That's how I really believe that for everybody but white people. But but either way, like that's how I always did that. Like whenever I meet somebody new, I see them and I want to get to know them.
Right.
I don't see the culture. I don't have the culture trying to hit me back. Like if he don't have manners, he don't say good evening to me, I'm not gonna feel away.
That's how I feel about it.
Now, if you don't say hi to my pops and shit like that, feel me, when you walk in, like little manners like that, I might tell you, just be like, yo, just say hi to my pops, shit like that, and hopefully after that, I won't have to tell you again.
Yeah, but that was just like a small example. You know?
That's what I'm saying. But like either way, again, it just goes back to why I'm kind of grateful that I'm not the most cultural person. Sometimes I just wish I learned Spanish. That's it. If I learned Spanish, I'll be content.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, the only reason I really hate this is because like I don't want it to divide us any further. Like that's what this is basically doing. Like there's no real difference. We look the same, you know what I'm saying? I mean, granted, you could kind of tell, but within the community, you can tell who's from where. But like you know, on the outside looking in, we fighting the same battles. You know what I'm saying? There's
Even
no
Spanish
need.
people, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans still beef to this day. Like,
Yeah.
feel me? Like, this shit just makes no sense. Like you said.
That beef has always been stupid to me.
That beef is horrendous. That's probably the dumbest beef.
That's what imaginary though. They be fucking each other and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
High
it
key.
be Dominican and Puerto Rican
Dominican
people.
It's just pride. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
It's like Jamaican people and trained people.
That's what I'm saying. Again, yeah, exactly. It's
That's
like
probably
perfect,
exactly.
perfect word, pride. For me,
Right.
and pride could be a hindrance. There's nothing
Right.
wrong with being prideful in your culture, but if it
Don't
becomes
shit
a
on another
hindrance,
culture.
exactly. You gotta appreciate other cultures. That's why I tell you, like, I know you don't like Spanish people or Spanish music.
I
Spanish
do,
music.
bro. It's a particular
Doom,
form.
doom,
It's Dumbo. That's what it's called. Dembo.
Nah, you just
I
don't
hate
like that beat.
shit.
You just don't
Bro,
like that beat.
I hate that shit. I fuck with Spanish music. Don't get me wrong, but it's that particular type of. I hate that shit.
But I always like, feel me, that's just me. Like, I want to experience almost all the cultures in the world. For me, I feel like you could learn something new like that.
Yeah,
But-
definitely. So we're gonna do another 180 here. Basically, 'cause I think we finished all the important topics for. Yeah, pretty much. Biopics. I'm a fan of biopics.
I've never heard it.
I was gonna say that's actually the correct. I've learned
I've
that.
never heard it pronounced like that.
I learned that 2 weeks
Which
ago.
it was?
Biopics. Like
I thought it was a biopic.
Like a
Oh
biopic.
no, biopic.
Yeah, I learned that 2 weeks ago. That's the proper way to say
That's the way it was told to me. That's how I've heard it. So that's how I say it.
biopics.
I could be completely wrong, but yeah. What's your favorite? And
I mean, the reason why I even brought that up is because I saw some shit about Chris Hemsworth playing Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay.
upcoming-
Chris Hemsworth is Thor.
yeah,
What the fuck?
They give that nigga all the roles now, son. Like, that's a new Arnold they trying to punch out.
Like,
it's the
he's
fraternity,
an
the
actual
fraternity,
good
bro.
actor, though, bro.
I don't
Arnold
think-
Schwarzenegger's not a good actor.
I don't think
The
Chris
job is-
Hemsworth is a good actor either.
I mean, that's your opinion. But
Chris Evans is better actor than Chris Hemsworth.
yeah, he is.
Okay.
But that's
Okay,
neither
yeah,
here nor there.
definitely,
But
definitely.
me personally, I fuck with, I would say, NWA the most out of all.
Mm-hmm.
Like when that shit came
All the
out, bro,
biopics.
that shit was crazy. Like I went to the movie theater. It was
I like. It was a very good.
it was an amazing
Very
film, bro.
good.
Like,
Very good.
and one that I would want to see. Probably one for Jay-Z.
I thought about Jay-Z. But then I thought, but like, who the fuck would play him? And like,
It gotta be
what
young
would they
actors
talk
and shit.
about? That's another thing. Biopics, I feel like only good when the person's still alive. If I
I'm
have,
talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get older.
I'm trying to think
I mean, for
about what's
me,
my favorite.
my favorite is a little weird pick, but the New Edition story.
You fuck with that.
I bangs with the New Edition story heavy for whatever.
Nah, I
reason.
feel you.
The
feel
BT.
you. I
If
feel
it's
you.
one thing, BT could put together a biopic, bro. I'm not gonna hold
I
you.
feel you. That shit was wavy.
It was
that shit
I was
actually.
dead tuned because I didn't want to watch it at first, but I was dead tuned. I was like, yo.
I've actually rewatched it like 3 times.
I watched it twice. I haven't watched
Like
it
I'll be bored sometimes, and if I just think about it, if
You know
it
what
just
I
time, the time.
because it was just well put together, bro. Like the storyline, everything,
Facts.
just the characters, and it's just well put together. But who would I want to see? It's probably a very biased pick, but probably Kendrick, just because he talks about his upbringing. But I'd love to see it in
Like, right.
actual.
He needs to release the Good Kid, Mad City film, bro.
Right,
Like, that
like,
type of. I understand what you mean.
That's what I would want to see because he's talked about it, but he hasn't. I want to see somebody play Kendrick,
When he
play.
was younger.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna come out eventually. That'll probably come out
Because he did
before
have
Jay-Z.
he did start a media company, didn't he? Like
But like,
yeah.
Either or can like the film can be based on their upbringing, and then like the movie could end with them, you know, getting signed or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be about.
I just
everything
many-
they.
yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to be positive and hope like a biopic comes out about Jay-Z, but like I feel like it's if they're gonna do it, they can't do it right, bro. It'd be too cookie cutter because Ho's history. Who the fuck knows
Listen, man.
the real
that
story?
that was my pick, bro.
Either way, my favorite biopic would definitely be probably the Malcolm X,
That's a good
Denzel, Malcolm X with Spike Lee.
That was a good one.
I've definitely that was a
That's
phenomenal
probably my
performance.
favorite Spike Lee anything. Keep it
Really?
real. That might be my favorite Spike Lee anything.
Definitely. And if I had to pick anybody that they wanted to do it on, damn, it's easy to say Eddie Guerrero.
Okay,
That's a good one.
that would deadass be a way.
Yeah, after
Guerrero.
seeing the Chris Benoit documentary,
Yeah.
that definitely would, Eddie Guerrero
I
biopic
told
would be
Eddie
good.
Guerrero.
Okay.
That'd be a good one. I think we can end it here because I don't even know how long we've been going. I don't know what time we started.
It's almost gonna. Yeah,
We could end it with what we hate today.
All right, so you know what I hate off the top of my head? I didn't even think about this too deep. This is just something I always hated. Feet. I don't care how pretty your toes are to you. I don't care. And don't touch me with your feet like my girl.
You never put your foot in your mouth?
Hell no. That joint is not coming past my lower waist.
Yeah.
My lower waist is not going past, bro. Because my girl just got the ability to.
He just started eating box though, so for me,
I'm not sucking nobody. Yo, I'm gonna tell you this. Reeves said it best. Your foot is always dirty. As soon as you step out the shower, dirty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Reeves, because that's
fact.
That was the truest thing he ever said, bro. Your foot is always dirty, bro. So I'm good on feet. You're not passing my lower body with your foot. Sorry, not sorry.
I'm dead.
You know what I hate? The humidity, my nigga. Because that shit brings I sweat easy, bro.
Right, you know what I'm
get
saying?
sticky as shit. It blows mine.
Can't wear no gray.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely can't wear no gray. Yo, I thought I was the only one. So I'll be dead if you wanted to wear something gray. Or
Gray
I'll be
look
like,
nice, but you only
it's
can
too
wear
hot.
the
I gotta wear a dark color today.
Because then your back got a circle in it.
I gotta wear a dark color today. I gotta wear a dark color today.
Yeah, bro.
What do I hate today? Sparkling water is
It's
fucking
it don't make no
disgusting.
sense.
It's fucking disgusting.
Trash.
Why is my water bubbling?
Absolute trash.
Why is it whenever I go to somebody's house in Long Island, they always have sparkling water
Sparkling
to
is
offer?
still.
I'm like, my nigga, I want regular water, boy.
The first time I ever tasted sparkling water, it was for Abby's birthday. We was out in the city. That's when we met DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "You want regular water or sparkling water?" I was like, sparkling, why not?" I sipped it. I was like, I was like, that is the grossest thing ever.
That shit, man.
Is sparkling water different from salsa water? It's the same shit.
I feel like it's the same thing, bro.
It tastes the same.
I feel like it's the same
like
thing.
salsa has like soda. I don't know.
I don't care because I'm not drinking either, bro.
Old people drinks.
I'm trying to drink water from the tap, and I'm gonna save that joke. This has been the Lunchroom Podcast episode, I think 17, and we'll catch y'all next week. Dude.